Today will be a short one, but an important one, as I want to talk about a large video sharing platform and how YouTube has waged a war against it. For those of you unfamiliar, this is Odysee, a video sharing platform built on a decentralized blockchain-based network, which provides an alternative to YouTube. This was launched in around 2020, and a lot of our favorite creators like DistroTube, Mental Outlaw, Fireship, and others, including yours truly, post here because it offers a more open and censorship-resistant environment. Now, when it comes to creators, Odysee definitely has its benefits. And we're going to be talking about that, but the important portion of this today is the latest post that they've made a few days ago called Please Upload Content Manually. What I'll explain to you about this system here on Odysee, it's much like YouTube. You can upload your own videos, but what makes it awesome for YouTube creators such as myself is that it automatically can sync videos from YouTube to Odysee all by itself without you having to do anything. And because of this, I have grown to over 1,500 followers and received quite a few views. Now, this isn't necessarily why I use this platform, and it probably isn't why most YouTubers use this alternative. And this is why it frustrates me that YouTube has made this change. The reason a lot of creators use this is for content backup and just security or peace of mind. If anything gets removed off of YouTube, it's still accessible here on Odysee. If anything ever happens to YouTube, if there's an outage, we still have backups. Even though I'm sure most of us create backups on our own local storage devices, it is still a great peace of mind to have whenever uploading videos. The weird thing here is this completely out of the blue move from YouTube. Now, I understand why YouTube does this, but I really think it's unfair to content creators who post to YouTube, as it should be a decision that they get to make, not necessarily YouTube. So here it says, Dear Odysee community creators, please upload your videos to Odysee manually instead of through the YouTube sync tool. YouTube has recently implemented additional anti-competitive measures that limit our ability to automatically sync videos from YouTube to Odysee for creators who have opted into this service. And many of us have opted into this service. Like I said, a lot of people use this as a backup or even a place to run videos for larger audiences. YouTube's changes here add an unnecessary friction to content sharing between platforms. And quite honestly, I believe this is going to affect Odysee in a very negative way. One thing that I've also found refreshing about Odysee is that they've removed ads. For people who don't want to watch ads but want to watch our content, because there's actually a lot of Linux people over on Odysee who've been here for years, well, you don't have to watch ads. They've completely removed them in the last few months, which makes it even more fantastic for viewership. And especially as an alternative to YouTube, where they keep pushing more and more ads, fighting ad blockers, and it's completely trying to get rid of those as well. As I'm sure a lot of you have noticed who watch on YouTube, the ever-increasing amount of ads is getting wild. So these changes are making it increasingly challenging for us to maintain automatic syncing, and while we cannot specify a timeline, it's likely that YouTube syncing eventually will be discontinued. In light of this, we strongly recommend manually uploading content directly to your Odysee channel to ensure your content remains accessible to your audience. We're actively working on alternative solutions to address this issue and will keep you updated on any developments. If you have any questions about these recommendations, please contact us at help@odysee.com. Of course, this doesn't only affect Odysee. This is going to increase time and effort for creators, as the sync tool made it so easy for creators to duplicate the content across both platforms instead of manually uploading things. A lot of us, quite honestly, are going to find this burdensome and not post our videos here anymore, especially those of us who post frequently. I'd be interested to hear from some of the other YouTubers that I mentioned before. This definitely has an impact on the platform independence that we've had. While trying to diversify our reach and not being completely dependent on YouTube, they're making us more and more dependent on the platform every day. It was important that Odysee was a alternative ecosystem for video content, especially for those of us who use it as a place to sync and store our videos. It looks like the days are no longer for this. It's sad to see. I hope it continues to flourish, but this is definitely a deep hit to the overall platform. I briefly wanted to set aside some time and talk about this. Even though it doesn't necessarily pertain to Linux, it does pertain to the Linux community, as a lot of the Linux creators are here on Odysee. Hopefully Odysee can get the sync feature working again. I know YouTube is going to make this hard for them. Make sure to subscribe below to keep following along on what happens in this journey. Catch me in a great community on Discord, and I'll catch you in another video. Thanks for watching. Linux can be hard to understand, but I take the most commonly used terms, commands, and subjects in Linux, and I break them down into simple to read documents, including Linux terms, flashcards, a checklist, a cheat sheet, and a mind map. And if you're ready to level up your Linux experience and knowledge, go to learn.savvynik.com now and get access to these sheets.